It is time to suffer. Because we are reading the 3.8 patch notes. Fuck that item, okay? I never liked it. There's probably a lot to read, although a lot of it I've also covered previously. So I'm going to be skipping a lot of it since we already know all about it. And you can check that out on the previous videos on the YouTubes. So just something to keep in mind. Atlas mission changes. Check on the quest tracker as soon as you enter the map. Wait, did they not do anything? Is there really no limit? Did they not do anything about the whole creating accounts thing? White, yellow, red. You must log in into your account to receive these missions. Oh, it's just log in? You have to log in every day? Well, all you gotta do is log in into 50 accounts every day. I mean, that's more triggering than not having to do that, but yeah. It's kind of interesting. Like at this point, the people who are really going to do this, make 50 accounts and actually run the masters, are still gonna do it, even though you have to log in to claim the master mission. It's just like 10 times more annoying for them. So I guess less people are gonna do it, but either way, they would have done it. All right, we're getting into the numbers. Well, here we go. Freeze Mine, now named Icicle Mines, have been completely reworked. We know about that. Deals 16 to 24 cold damage at gem level 1, up to 514 to 771 at gem level 20. That's a lot. Base mine duration time is 0.3 seconds. Fires 4 additional projectiles at gem level 1, up to 6 at gem level 20. Each mine applies 10% increased critical strike chance to hits against enemies near it, up to a maximum of 500. Fires an additional projectile for every 2 prior mines in detonation sequence. All existing freeze mine, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. That's a lot. That's going to be a good skill. That's going to be definitely a really good skill. I thought these numbers are going to be around the 500s, if anything. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be strong. Fire Nova Mine, named to Pyroclast Mine. So this one I'm super interested in because I want to maybe play it on Neekstart. I don't know. We'll see. It looks really fun. Really eye-fucky though. Like, I would imagine it's going to be as bad as Armageddon, starting off the league with Armageddon Brand like it did a couple leagues ago when it came out. Deals 26 to 39 fire damage at gem level 1. This is level 28 gem, so those numbers are not high at all. Up to 240 to 361 at gem level 20. Base mine detonation time is 0.35. By gem level 20, each mine applies 12 to 18 fire damage, up to a maximum of 601 to 901. Holy shit. All existing Fire Nova mines, blah, 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 got changed. Okay. Pyroclast mine also looking really good. It's going to be a very pixelated stream. Yes, very pixelated stream. I'd like to really quickly look at that. So you got the video of it, just so you guys have a little bit of a better idea of how these skills are working. Oh, you have yet to see the numbers in Stormblast mine. Jesus. I think this is gonna have to use chain. Man, it still clears so well, even like this. I'm surprised. Not super consistent, but it's kind of like lightning trap. Man, that's big. The AoE on these is big. But doing enough damage is... Yeah, I might play it. Might be a little tough for SSF though, because that's what we want to start off the league with. The damage is... It's a little borderline. It's definitely going to be good single target, but for clearing, it might be tough for SSF to put it together. Might be very tough. Very tough. Specific skills, body swap. So this is another interesting one because it might be pretty viable now. No longer requires a corpse to use, but gains significant benefits if it does consume a corpse. Base radius has been halved. Oh, that's intense. Now costs 8 mana at gem level 1 from 7 up to 23 at gem level 20 from 20. Plus 3% of maximum life as fire damage at all gem levels. They let you keep the 3%? Yeah. Okay. I was like, those numbers are pretty low, but you keep the percent, so it's really strong still. Now has 300% more area of effect if consuming a corpse. What? I think you can make out a build out of this for totems even. But little numbers are a little low. I wish they didn't touch up on the damage effectiveness, to be honest. Then it would have been like very, very obviously solid, but like this might be a little questionable. Clarity now grants your nearby allies additional mana regeneration as the gem levels from no change at gem level 1 up to 33. Oof, doubled pretty much mana regen. Pretty cool. Contagion no longer gains additional stages. Pretty yikes, but I mean, let's be honest, well deserved, and it's still a very strong ability, so still one of the best abilities in the entire game. Convocation now has a cooldown of 3 from 4. Now recovers the percentage of minion maximum life rather than a flat value, starting at 0.7 up to 1.65 at gym level 20. That's so low. I mean, the cooldown change, it's better than ever. Convocation is stronger than ever, pretty much. That's a much better number than what it was before. Like, way better. Even with the Necromancer thing, it was just multiplicative. Alright, Cyclone was the dominant skill 3.7 used by far more players than any other melee skill in this patch. It has a base range of 11 rather than a range based on your weapon type. No longer gains additional radius based on melee range. Now gets 8% increased area of effect per 1 additional melee range. Yeah, Cyclone's fucked. I mean, it will still be like an insanely strong ability, but yikes. In terms of AoE, they pretty much cut it in half. They more than cut it in half, actually, because they also nerfed Pulverize. I don't know to what extent yet, but we'll find out soon. Desecrate now has a corpse limit of 10 from 15. Now has a cast time of 0.6 from 0.8. Now has a base duration of 4 from 5. No longer has a cooldown. I was hoping that this is going to be like 0.5. That's still really good though. Now gains additional radius as gem levels up to +6 at gem level 20 from +4. Damn, I think explosive trap might be. I mean, it was viable before, but it was pretty yikes. It just looked really cool and didn't cover that large of an area, but now it's pretty playable. I mean, especially with the skill tree buffs, possibly. Fire trap was already pretty viable. Now it's gonna be really good, I think, with all the like burn ignite changes that they're saying. It should be really good. This is a big nerf. The flesh and stone thing, it's a big nerf, man. Yeah, flesh and stone got nerfed pretty heavily. I mean, it makes sense. It is very strong. Still will be very strong, at least in the leveling phases, but not as usable when you're into maps. And the cooldown recovery, I mean, come on, bro. Raiz Fire now deals 35 base fire damage per second at gem level 1 up to 1,500 at gem level 20. Previously dealt no base fire damage per second. Enemies now burn for 20% of your maximum life and energy shield per second as fire damage at all gem levels. Yeah, I really have no idea. It seems like it's stronger than what it was before, honestly, but I'd have to run the numbers in something like this. 7,770 HP equals buff. More equals nerf. See? Chad's got it covered. I mean, I wouldn't really say that either because we're getting like modifiers to it. Very not accurate. But again, I have to look at the skill tree. It makes sense to me, honestly. I think it's a good change. Smoke Mine now lasts 8 seconds from 16. Now grants 20% increased movement speed at gem level 1 up to 29 from gem level by gem level 20 from 30 at all levels. Oh, this is fucking fine. This is totally fine. Is this comparable to Flame Dash? I think it's faster than Flame Dash, right? So yeah, it is actually faster than Flame Dash. That's pretty neat. Nah, it's good. It's really good. It's gonna be really good. Smoke Mine should be really fun to play around with. Spectral Shield. Projectiles created from the shield's explosion now carry with them the projectile properties of the original shield's projectile behavior at the point of explosion. That's good. That's a big buff. What? Why are they buffing it? What the fuck? Vol Immortal Call now prevents soul gain while active. You cannot have its expiry rate modified. Yikes. Murder. We're watching a live murder right now. Minion support, elemental resistance support. Now called elemental army support. Yeah, that's a strong support. I guess this is to enable people to play golems like outside of being an elementalist. Is kind of what I would imagine this is targeted at, but yeah. I mean, obviously it's got a lot of other uses as well. It's not like people wouldn't use minion and totem elemental resistance support previously after they've given it the extra damage. It was pretty worthwhile in a lot of situations, so yeah, not too much to talk about it. We'll see its practical use, you know, because just like a lot of people make the mistake of seeing something like this and going, oh, the gem exists, therefore it's a buff. It's like, chances are you're not actually going to use this on your build, even though its existence is there, right? Supported gem balance. Advanced traps now grant supported skills 50% increase cooldown recovery speed at gem level 1 from 15 up to 107 at gem level 20 from 25. Wow, this fucking support thing was really terrible, huh? It's still pretty yikes, I think. Fortify. Support skills now deal more damage with all ailments caused by melee hits, whereas previously it was just bleeding and poison. Maybe the heavy strike ignite build is gonna make a return, you know? Maybe. Have to see the skill tree. Multi-strike support. Now, support skills now deal 20% less attack damage at gem level 1, up to 10% at gem level 20, from 30% less at all gem levels. First repeat of supported skills now deal 22% more damage at all gem levels from 40%. Yeah, pretty big multi-strike buff overall. So, and just making it more fun to play, you know, because it was really quite frustrating before. I did like, after they finally fixed multi-strike, I did like one build with it, and yeah, it was good compared to old multi-strike, but in terms of clearing, it would get pretty annoying pretty fast. So this is a nice change. Pulverize. Support skills now have 25% increased area of effect rather than the multiplicative more area of effect at gem level 1, up to 34% increased area of effect at gem level 20. Yeah, the Pulverize. I kind of hate this, honestly, either way, because I just don't understand why they would do this when it was fine. Like, 2 people played sweep, you know? I get that a lot of people use Pulverize, but I think you should have kept it around more for the sake of, like, yeah, just melee in general. Vismordis! No, I don't want to read this one. No longer grants +1 to maximum number of specters, or grants your minions unholy might when they kill an enemy. Now causes minions to gain 15 to 20% of elemental damage as extra chaos damage. Fuck. God damn it. I mean, we knew that it's gonna happen, boys, but jeez. Whatever. I never really liked Vismordis. Fuck that item, okay? I never liked it. Violent Dead can no longer drop or be obtained from quests. F. It's pretty F, but what are they doing instead? They're doing something instead, right? Wait, they're not doing anything? Not true. Combat focus now also applies to Wild Strike. Wait, what? What? That's fucking huge. I might actually play Wild Strike for the first time. Yo, I'm gonna play Wild Strike. Huh. That's really cool. Melee Arc? It's not Melee Arc because I'm pretty sure Wild Strike still has the 500 units. So, hey. It's like Arc, but not shit. Big news, big if true. And it's 7 chains, dude. Wild Strike changed an additional 6 times. Dude. It actually is +6. What? This is like just a good arc. That's gonna be so much fun. How is it 6?